Hello, I'm Ollie from WrestleTalk, and Zorka have asked me to do a marketing research thing, so I'm just going to answer a few of the questions here. How do you choose which agency to collaborate with and which not? Are there any specific criteria for such a decision? Not really, not massively. Actually, no, that's a lie. We do get a lot of incoming emails and inquiries about stuff, and I always check out the agency before agreeing to anything or taking those conversations further. We get a lot of inquiries from people with just Gmail addresses or websites that don't seem to be of a certain level. So we do prioritize replying to agencies that have quite a professional looking presence, because that indicates that they'll be easier to deal with and more professional in general. What might a blogger not like about working with an agency? I guess the it's hard to think actually. A blogger working with an agency could have a pushback against the creative brief that's given to them. There's often a lot of points actually in the brief to hit, and we always say 45 seconds to a minute is integration length, but there's so much stuff to talk about in the briefs that this can often go to 1 minute 25, 1 minute 30. And we do that because, we want to satisfy the client, but at the same time, that isn't the best viewer experience. And I think it'll actually be counterproductive for that to be the case. How do you find advertisers? In general, we've been quite lucky. It's always very easy to work with agencies. I'd say agencies are actually easier to work with than directly with the clients. Of course, I don't know what cuts are being taken in places. If I did, maybe I'd say something different. But the clients, when we've worked directly with people in the past, they're just not as organized, and it's harder to get just sign off on stuff, really. And that really does create a bottleneck for the whole process. Do you work through a manager or on your own? We've tried both. We started off just on our own. Last year, we got in a head of branded partnerships for our companies, because not just WrestleTalk we run. And that was okay, but we realized that we're not big enough really to have someone solely dedicated to that. And they got in a few bits of extra business, but it was still mostly just incoming stuff that we could have fielded ourselves. So we're back on our own now. Do you make creatives by yourself? How long does it take you to do this? I come up with all the sort of sponsorship spots currently. We're a team of 5 or 6. I'll probably start. We've had a lot this month, so I'll probably start to delegate those tasks to other people on the team. How long it takes? It's difficult to say, because coming up with the idea, if the client wants an idea that is like a little sketch or something, can take just a couple of days of background thinking. But once that's in place, a full day of production in terms of writing, shooting, editing for like a 1 minute bit. But then the more standard integrations, where we just put them as a quick bit in the WrestleTalk news, like for Raid, because we've worked with Raid a few times now. We roughly know what the client wants, and it's very easy to turn those around. That probably top to bottom takes about half a day, 3/4 of a day. What creative formats are the most popular among subscribers? Easily WrestleTalk News is the most popular series we have. That gets the most views, I suppose, but we've also got the WrestleTalk podcast, which has a lower views, but because it's a longer show, it's like an hour, that gets a more dedicated kind of fan. We found that those sponsoring the WrestleTalk podcast can actually be more effective for clients than the WrestleTalk news, just because of the type of viewer it's reaching. How does your audience react to advertising? It depends. We're very careful now. We've sort of tested doing loads and then tested doing none at all, obviously. But you have to spread it out, and you have to put a lot of thought into each advert. so it shows that it's not just a cash grab, because I think the viewer wants to feel valued, and rightly so. And I think we've got it to a point now where when we run an integration in our episodes, a lot of the feedback is, oh yeah, well, WrestleTalk have to do these things for the money, which is, a nicer way of, oh, WrestleTalk is sold out, which is what I've seen happen on other channels. Going by the thumbs up, thumbs down, we probably have in the ratio, anything with an integration on gets a 95% thumbs up, thumbs down ratio, whereas stuff without is usually 97 and above. So more thumbs down. Do you have any top advertisers you would love to work with? Well, I studied film. I'm a big film nerd. I would love to work with some movie integrations. We never really get anything from Marvel or DC or any of the big blockbusters. I think we're quite well placed with our audience, 97% male, 18 to 45, to reach the people they want to reach. But we never really get those sorts of opportunities, which is a shame. So yeah, I guess movies, TV, that sort of stuff. What determines the cost of an advertising post? We've got a little formula where it's the amount of how much it will cost, which is in-house, which is sort of a flat fee. Then we figure out how many views it's going to get, and then we charge a premium on top of that. So it's kind of a 3-point workout on cost. But now we've done so many, we've kind of standardized the amount at $2,600, $2,500. I can't remember what it is, but it's around there. More often, advertisers apply directly or through agencies. It really is a mixture. We've probably really 50-50 of people who contact us directly and people who go through agencies. So yeah. Which influencers do you personally follow? I'm not a big internet guy. I don't really follow many influencers, so I can't answer that. I don't even have Instagram installed on my phone, and I technically own a digital media company. I'm going to go extinct. What kind of content are you interested in following on social networks? Just wrestling, obviously, but also movies, comic book stuff, a lot of news, current affairs, tech industry stuff I'm very interested in. So yeah, those. Hopefully that's helpful.